Linda's Pantry. So today I'm going to utilize the breadcrumbs that I made yesterday in my video I did for you. And so we're going to make some chicken Parmesan bites for New Year's Eve. And these are delicious. They are just absolutely fun to make and your guests will be very impressed. So for New Year's Eve, New Year's Day, you choose. I hope this inspires you to stay along with me and follow along. It's really quite easy, but it's the best recipe that I've found for chicken Parmesan, so you can make this full-size breast as well. I used a Wild Tree product in this, so if you'd like to go search for that product on my Wild Tree website, the link will be in the description box below, along with my Facebook page. If you have Facebook, go over there and like that page, see who I'm looking at and who I'm talking to. And also go down below in the comment section, there's a video response section. If you'd like to place a video response to this, I'd love to have it out there, but I usually place 3 or 4 videos that you might not have seen, and all you have to do is click and go. All right, guys, hope it inspires you to stay with me. Let's go make these. They're delicious. Okay, I'm glad you guys stayed. So what you have to have for this, super easy. First you need your breadcrumbs, and I'm going to show you, make sure you can see this. These breadcrumbs, I put them out on parchment paper last night and let them just kind of air dry overnight. And then this afternoon, and this is just one way to do it. There's a ton of different ways to do your breadcrumbs. This afternoon, I went ahead and turned the little oven on and put them in there until they became, now they're crispy. Hope you can hear that. It also brings out a little bit of the nuttiness of the cheese to have them a little on the crispy side. The cheese, it doesn't really melt, but it releases whatever oils are in that cheese. It also helps the essential oils in the dehydrated spices come out. So you're going to need breadcrumbs, you need butter, chicken breast, and this was just 2 small frozen chicken breasts that I thawed out. You need some Dijon mustard. This is my favorite from Smart and Final. You're going to mix the Dijon mustard in with your butter. I know you're probably going, what? This is what makes it so good. And I just eyeball it. It's about 1/4 of the mixture should be Dijon to the butter, maybe a little bit more. And I'll give you a visual. You don't want it to look too oily from the butter, so I'm gonna grab a little bit more. And then if you need more, you can always put more in. But I think that's about perfect. So maybe 1/3 butter or 1/3 mustard to butter. So now it's kind of incorporated. It doesn't look like it's too oily or fatty. We can put this away. And the other way you can do those breadcrumbs is let them dry out, air dry. It takes a while. But I've also used them fresh like they were last night in meatballs and meatloaf and that kind of thing when it doesn't really matter whether they get soggy or not. But storage wise, if you're going to store them for any length of time, they need to be as dry as possible. And these, because of the cheese and everything in there, I might just store these in the garage refrigerator just to be on the safe side, and I'll make sure I make something else with them. So there you go. Okay, so now I've got my mixture. I also have some mozzarella and some beautiful marinara. You've got to have the marinara too. This is how simple it is. Okay, so you're going to take your chicken, and I've cubed this up. I'll make sure you can see. I've cubed that up in bite-sized pieces. You don't want them big pieces. Now this is going to start cooling this butter right down. So I'm just going to put it in there. And I've got 2 pieces that were kind of odd shaped, but they'll work. You kind of want to work fast. And this just keeps the chicken so moist and tender, you can't believe how moist it is. I've never made a dry batch of chicken Parmesan. So these are great for party bites. Let me go ahead and get my pan here. Make sure you can see everything I'm doing. There we go. It's good enough. So then I take my chicken and go ahead and put it into those breadcrumbs and really toss them around and try to get that all tossed on there and coated as well as you can. Doesn't have to be perfect. If it's perfect, they never think it's homemade. I made something for Christmas Eve. I don't remember what it was, and somebody thought I bought it already made. I was like, no. So, anyway, this is just a great, inexpensive appetizer because two small, and I mean these were small, probably 6-ounce chicken breast. 2 small chicken breast will be plenty for a few people to have this fun hors d'oeuvre. I like to, well, I always have the marinara out for them to use, but I also like to have some angel hair pasta available with just a garlic and olive oil sauce and some fresh parsley in there, and they can have a little plate of that, a little bit of this. I'm going to add some more of my breadcrumbs I have handy over here on the side. I wasn't sure, I don't want to waste them, but I wasn't sure how many I'd need. And a little bit more. All right. All right, so I'm going to get these all on here. I'm going to put them in an oven at 350 degrees. And then when they're about 3/4 of the way done, and they won't take that long, they're really small, I'm going to go ahead and put the marinara and the mozzarella on there. So I'll be back when I'm a little closer. Okay, so these have been in the oven about 10 minutes and they're perfect for what I want to do now. So I take, and this is sometimes a little chunky, but you're just going to take a dollop, you don't want much, of the marinara. I'm mimicking what I would do if these were whole chicken breast. You want to get that top crust crispy before you do this. So just a little bit on each one. This one's got a big tomato piece. Homemade marinara is always interesting. Gotta love it though. This is okay. These smell really, really good. I can't wait. I'm so glad I'm the taste tester. And then, you guys, if you have a recipe for chicken Parmesan, I'd love to see it, or see it on video. Maybe message me how you do it different. Because there's always new recipes out there to try. This is just happens to be one that I created that is my old standby. Now, I've got my little pieces of mozzarella. This is a bigger one, so we're going to put that on there. And I just cut them up. You could use grated. I kind of wanted them to melt down over it. You could use fresh. However you want. And hopefully I have enough of these, because I didn't know how many I was going to make. This made a lot. I mean, this is enough hors d'oeuvres for 3 or 4 people. About 4 people, I would guess. This would be enough for. Uh-oh. Guess what I get to do? I get to cut up some more cheese. Okay, so I'm going to put these back in the oven for another, maybe 5 minutes, and then they're going to come out and I'm going to show you what we got. Here they are, guys, and they're fresh out of the oven. They smell amazing, and just want to pierce them with a toothpick. That way your guests can just pop right over, grab one, dip in the marinara, or have little bowls of marinara out for them to take on their bowl. These are great on, like I said, with a little side of a fun pasta. You could do that. Just delicious. And some of these, you know, the cheese got a little wonky on one side, and that's okay. That's what keeps them homemade and a little on the rustic side. And they're all crispy. So I'm eyeing the one I want here. I think I'll take this small one. That one looks good too, though. Isn't that cute? What a great party appetizer for very little money. And it really took no time at all. I mean, total time on this has been approximately half hour start to finish. So here we go. There's my bite. Doesn't that look good? Oh, I gotta dip in the marinara. Yummy. Oh, I love this. The breading is still crispy. It crisps up even more in the oven. It absolutely is delicious. I hope that you try these for your next get-together. They're super easy and delicious, and your guests will love them. I've served them quite a few times, and it's always a big hit. And like I said, they're inexpensive and easy. And the part I like about this recipe is the tang of the Dijon mustard really comes out in this. And so you taste that it's as a layer of flavor. It's absolutely delicious. So I'm going to finish plating these up. I hope this inspires you guys to come back for my next video, and I hope that if you like this, you give me a thumbs up. If you really like it, go ahead and share it on your Facebook page, because New Year's Eve is like right around the corner, and somebody might be scrambling for some ideas. This is a great idea for a New Year's Eve party, for New Year's Day snacks, for football snacks, football season, you know, Super Bowl, all those. And this is how I set it out there, and I usually will have extra little smaller bowls of marinara for them to have with it. And of course the angel hair pasta. And there you have a terrific, beautiful, very festive looking platter. Let me give a close-up of that before I go. This chicken parmesan. I'm gonna have to have another bite, because I don't know why not. Wow, so delicious. That chicken is really moist. All right, guys. Oh, I hope you try this. This is the winner. And as always, God bless.